Sabbath breakers will burn. God's judgment is near. A warning from God? The time of judgment is near. Millions of Christians reject the Sabbath, believing it is no longer important. But what if breaking the Sabbath brings God's wrath upon you? Isaiah 24:5-6. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned. Could this prophecy be pointing to those who break God's commandments, including the Sabbath? If you believe you can reject God's law without consequences, you need to watch this video. For centuries, the world has taught that the Sabbath no longer matters, but nowhere in the Bible did God ever abolish or change it. Instead, he warns that those who reject his law will face judgment. Exodus 28:11. Remember the Sabbath day, to keep it holy. The seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. God commanded the Sabbath forever. Who gave men the authority to change God's law? What does the Bible say about those who break the Sabbath? Will Sabbath breakers face God's fiery judgment? Let's examine the facts and challenge skeptics to disprove them. Fact number 1. The Sabbath was never changed by God. Genesis 2:3. And God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it. Isaiah 6:22-23. In the new earth, all flesh will worship on the Sabbath. From creation to eternity, the Sabbath remains God's holy day. Hebrews 4:9. There remaineth therefore a rest, Sabbath, to the people of God. If the Sabbath still remains, why do people reject it? Fact number 2. Breaking the Sabbath brings judgment. Ezekiel 20:13. But the house of Israel rebelled against me in the wilderness. They walked not in my statutes, and they despised my judgments, and my Sabbaths they greatly polluted. Then I said, I would pour out my fury upon them. God destroyed Jerusalem for breaking his laws, including the Sabbath. The entire earth is under a curse for breaking his commandments. Isaiah 24:5-6. The earth is defiled because people transgress the laws, therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned. Are you prepared to face God's judgment for rejecting his commandments? Fact number 3. The Catholic Church admits it changed the Sabbath. In 321 AD, Emperor Constantine enforced Sunday worship to unite pagans and Christians. The Catholic Church openly admits it changed the Sabbath, not God. We observe Sunday instead of Saturday because the Catholic Church transferred the solemnity from Saturday to Sunday. Convert's Catechism of Catholic Doctrine. If Sunday worship was biblical, why did the Catholic Church need to change it? Why do Protestant churches still follow this Catholic tradition instead of the Bible? Fact number 4. Those who reject God's law will be destroyed. Ezekiel 22:26. Her priests have violated my law and hid their eyes from my Sabbaths. Revelation 14:9-11. False worship will lead to destruction. Sunday worship is not in the Bible. It is a tradition of men. If you reject the Sabbath, you are rebelling against God's law, and there will be consequences. Matthew 7:21-23. Many will say, Lord, Lord, but Jesus will say, I never knew you. Will you continue in rebellion, or will you repent and obey God? Call to action. God is calling his people to return to the truth. The choice is yours. Will you obey God and keep his Sabbath? Or will you follow the traditions of men that lead to destruction? Revelation 18:4. Come out of her, my people. Sabbath breakers will burn. God's judgment is near. Will you wake up before it's too late? Like, share, and subscribe to expose deception and spread the truth. Comment below. Do you worship on Sunday or Sabbath? Let's discuss.